If you go up Highway 69 into Kansas, you'll pass through an abandoned town called Picher. After what happened to me almost 15 years ago, I recommend you go another way. If you haven't heard of it before, Picher was once a mining town. But as happens, poor management made it unfit for human habitation. I had people who lived out there, but they didn't clear out until the late 90s. You might think they're fools, and you'd be right. But what would you do if the feds told you to leave your shit and get out? Anyway, I was driving through there on my way to Columbus. I've been that way many times before, but for some reason that night, I decided to turn off one of the side roads. Most of the old houses were long gone, but there were a couple neighborhoods still standing. Windows were broken, and lots of the houses had keep-out sprayed on the walls. The yards were all overgrown, and there was trash blowing across the street. I turned down one of those roads and coasted along at a crawl. I was going around a loop road called DeVille or something. I can't remember. It's a big circle, so I just went in, made a right, went all the way around, and came back to the start. Only when I got back to the entrance, there was a new development. There was an old pickup just sat there in the middle of the road. It wasn't running, and the driver's side door was wide open. Immediately, I knew something was wrong here. I slowed to a stop about 50 yards away and scanned the area. That's when I saw him. A guy laying on the ground, just off the road. His upper half was laying in the grass, and his legs and feet stuck out into the street. I don't know about where you're from, but around here we know how to protect ourselves. I pulled out my traveler's companion and set it down on the seat next to me. You might say that was an overreaction to a fellow human being in need, but you'll see in a minute. I've heard of these sorts of things before. Someone plays like they're in trouble, and when you get out to help, their buddy hits you over the head with a pipe. Still, there was the small chance this guy actually needed help. I had room enough to pull my vehicle through the gap between the truck and the man, so I did just that. As I passed the man and the truck, I said, "I'm calling the cops." I got past the truck, took the right, and stopped for a second to look back. Sure enough, the guy stood right up. A couple other dudes came out from behind the truck. I knew it. A chill ran down my neck, and I hauled ass out of there. There was a speed trap a mile or two down the road, and he got me. I told the officer what happened. I gave a description of the truck and what I could tell of the guys. He said he'd call it in, but chances are they are long gone by now. I still got a speeding ticket. If you find yourself passing through Picher, just keep on driving, but make sure not to speed.